Actually, in my case, I really like English because it is, as everybody knows, international language. You know, some years ago, when I watched some videos on YouTube, I was a little bit, how can I say, confused. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because people, oh my God, you can try to go to that school and you can start to learn language. You know, you can start to learn English and you will start to learn by grammar. Okay, and you can take this course like for 5 days and stuff. And I just thought, oh my God, but when I go to YouTube, I can see a lot of polyglots, you know, when they can speak more than five, six, seven languages, you know, when they can learn English like easily, like less than in a short time, you know, not like 5 years, but you can get like a higher level before that. And I thought, oh, but what can I do? Which kind of method do I need to follow, you know, to be fluent? And I just understood like the best way to improve languages, you know, the best way to speak fluently in a short time, we need to learn a lot of vocabulary, not by grammar, you know, because grammar, in my opinion, is just to polish a language. It's not
Yeah.
to learn, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And that's how I started to take texts
Mm-hmm.
with audios.
Mm-hmm.
And when I did understand something, I just translated. You know, for example, I don't know what microcephaly means. And I
Mm-hmm.
just go. In Portuguese, microcephaly is microcephalia. So trying to understand and using it in an active way. For example,
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking right now, but I understand like microcephaly, it's a disease from the mosquito when the mosquito bites you, and
Mm-hmm.
but learning vocabulary by text inside a context because
Mm-hmm.
we'll never
Mm-hmm.
forget inside a context, you know. But
Yeah. Yeah.
when you have words, you can like forget it easily. But in my case, just in this way, you know, my method
Mm-hmm.
and my
Mm-hmm.
experience was listening, and
Mm-hmm.
reading a lot. I read every day actually.
Yeah.
This is the best secret, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so you talk to many people around the world. You talk to them in English. You talk to them in other languages, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it.
Mm-hmm. So how many languages do you speak now? What's your list of languages that you can talk to people in? Like, mm-hmm.
In my opinion, I just can tell you that I speak a language when I speak fluently, as I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
right now in English. You know,
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
example, I can speak Spanish like in a higher level, porque realmente yo creo que mi español está bueno. A veces cometo algunos errores, pero es muy común, ¿no? Que
Mm-hmm.
a mí me gusta mucho el español. As I was explaining before, like I really like Spanish. Sometimes I make mistakes, but I speak very good. I really
Mm-hmm.
like French, you know. French is an amazing language. I cannot speak that fluently, but I speak French quite well. Je peux parler français très bien. Pourquoi j'ai besoin d'étudier français. Ma prononciation en français est très mal. You know, my pronunciation
Mm-hmm.
in French is very bad. And I know Italian a little bit, you know, because it's close to Spanish. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yo puedo hablar italiano porque es una lengua che, che, che mi piace molto, molto bella, la lingua italiana. I can like speak a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
Spanish, Portuguese, and in English, yes, I speak it like fluently.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So how many your friends in Brazil? You live in Santa Catarina, right? So your friends in Brazil, do they speak other languages? Do they speak, a lot of people speak English or not? In your experience, in your opinion? Mm-hmm.
Explain to you.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, people here can speak English, but in
Mm-hmm.
a bad level.
Mm-hmm.
But we have in our colonization, and you suffered some immigrations from in my city,
Mm-hmm.
okay, from Austrians, Norwegians, and the Germans.
Mm-hmm.
So people here, not the new generation, but I can tell you the oldest one, they really can speak German. Okay, they speak
Mm-hmm.
German and they speak Portuguese.
Right, right.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but for example, it's not easy to go to some place like and speak languages like all the time. No, I have a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
He's learning Spanish from me. I'm teaching Spanish for him. For example, I really like to drink beer here. It's a cultural thing in my state,
Mm-hmm.
and I make barbecues like
Mm-hmm.
costela de chão.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, I can show you after our conversation. And then my friend, you know, he really wants to learn Spanish,
Mm-hmm.
and Like every moment when I'm meeting, we have a Spanish conversation, here in my city. But that's all.
Mhm.
That's all.
Mhm.
We don't have like people really interested in languages. Unfortunately, yeah, we don't.
Mhm. Mhm. So what would be your advice? Like, what would you advise people who really want to speak languages, for example, English or Spanish? So what would you advise them? Mhm.
You know, in my perception, it's very easy.
Mhm.
People really need to like other cultures. I'm not
Mhm.
saying like everybody needs to speak English, because I have met so many persons, so many
Mhm.
people who told me like, "Hey, Herbert, I'd like to learn French. I don't like to speak English, because it's a kind of boring language for me."
Mhm.
And it doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter the language actually. If you like Spanish, French, I don't know if like a Russian, go to do it.
Mhm.
But my advice is trying to find a good way. Why am I learning this language? And how do I need to start it? Because if
Mhm.
you start by grammar, you will forget everything. You will like give up because
Mhm.
it's kind of boring. But when you go to YouTube or you try to follow some YouTubers or you try to watch your favorite series or movie or stuff, you will start to like it. It's a kind of passionate thing to do. That's what I
Mhm.
believe. Just go ahead and someone like if anyone have some doubts about it, just contact me and maybe I try
Mhm. Mhm.
to uh, finding materials or maybe find a good way to be passionate of languages.
Sure, sure. So how do you find people to have a conversation with? Like, how do you find those friends that are willing to speak to you online? What are your sources of yeah, friends? Hmm.
I had been using a website called Verbling, but the problem is because not to work anymore. Like
Hmm.
I don't know, maybe this website just I
Hmm.
don't know. I think everything's finished. I think
Hmm.
they but didn't go speak, as you know, any ongoing speaker can find people to have a conversation with,
Hmm. Hmm.
and like, but actually most of my conferences and conversations I used to do on Skype. I used to do on Skype. I have a lot of friends from many countries, and I do it.
Hmm.
Go speak Skype. Just
Hmm. Hmm.
just
That's good. Okay, yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, I have some of this experience too, and I think GoSpeak is a very big site these days. But I also use things like Facebook. Maybe
yeah.
sometimes I find people on LinkedIn, so on different social networks. But it's very hard to find people who are actually interested in speaking. I think most people are interested in chatting. So that's in my
Chatting.
experience. Hmm. Yeah.
Me too. It happens to me sometimes, but I try to be a little bit more open. Hey, we are chatting here, just texting to each other, but I like to hear a voice. I like to see you. Can you
Mhm.
try to have a conference on Skype or maybe WhatsApp? And that's all. What I do. That's what I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Maybe you should consider the idea of opening your own online school in the future. I mean, why not? I think you can actually inspire people to to speak more often. Yeah. Mhm.
I agree with you. I think it would be amazing. No,
Mhm.
I really should. Everybody needs to learn a new language, no matter what. If
Mhm.
you don't like English, you can start another language, but everybody needs to be bilingual.
Mhm. Yeah.
Know a lot about the culture, but you can be master in another one. For
Yeah.
example, Russian,
Mhm.
it's an amazing language, as you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
And Russian is not just spoken just in Russia. You
Mhm.
can speak in Kyrgyzstan, you can speak Kazakhstan, you can speak in Armenia, Azerbaijan, you can speak Latvia, you can
Mhm.
speak Russian, which more Belarusian,
Mhm.
Belarusian. Too many countries you can speak this language. When actually people in Russian,
Mhm.
they don't speak English like. I really believe in Russia, it's like Brazil. People
Mhm.
speak English, but not so much, but sometimes. But
Mhm.
so it's a
Yeah.
to learn.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, I agree.
It you
I agree. I agree. I think that very few people actually speak English in Russia, but maybe there are lots of people who want to improve their skills, but they're always looking for native speakers. So like I want to talk to a native speaker, but I think people should be connecting to just friends, to people in different countries. Hmm.
live that thing.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Although, of course, talking to native speaker will help because, like, if you have a lot of friends who are native speakers, it helps. But just I wouldn't just be looking only for native speaker because if people speak English in Brazil, why not? I mean, we can have a nice conversation anyway, so why not? Yeah.
Mhm. Yes, of course. Or maybe exchange languages.
Mm-hmm.
Use English as a base to improve other languages. Like, oh, I'm a Brazilian, you are Russian,
Mm-hmm.
so let's learn together. I will teach you Portuguese, you teach me Russian.
Mm-hmm.
And for
Yeah.
years, if you have schedules like correctly, I will speak your language and you're gonna speak mine. So that's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the next language that you want to learn? So you are interested in Russian, and what other languages you would like to learn in the future if you have a chance?
Actually, no, I really have a plan to go to Japan
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Buddhist. I'm a Buddhist. I really like
Okay.
this religion.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I was planning to learn a little bit of Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
just because I think it's very good to go there and to have a conversation with the Japanese people.
Mm-hmm.
But I just have met a girl from Taiwan,
Mm-hmm.
and she's helping me to improve my Chinese. At the same time, I'm helping her to improve her Portuguese because
Mm-hmm.
she's working as a manager in an industry in Taiwan, and
Mm-hmm.
she's selling products to my country
Mm-hmm.
to Portuguese. So we are exchanging languages together.
Mm-hmm.
And in my humble opinion, my humble opinion, I just thought Chinese a little bit easy to learn. What do I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to
Mm-hmm.
pronounce your words.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard to pronounce words, but to make sentences is easier than
Mm-hmm.
other languages.
Right. Right.
You just and I really like it. Like I think I can speak Chinese too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not planning to type in this language. I just want to speak and understand. That's all for me. I
Right.
will be
Right.
realized.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Japanese will be a little bit easier because Japanese is it's not tone based. It's like it's phonetic language, so it's not that difficult to pronounce. Mhm. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Mhm.